Welcome to the Explainer. So if you've ever tried to build a really powerful system with Notion and Zapier, you've probably hit a wall, a really frustrating wall. Well, today, we're not just going to talk about that wall. We're going to show you how to smash right through it, step by step. And let's start with a feeling I bet a lot of you know all too well. This quote, pulled right from the Zapier forums, just nails it, doesn't it? You're building this beautiful automated workflow, you're so close, and then bam, you hit this recurring obstacle. And that's what we call the automation wall. It's that moment where this entire brilliant system you've designed just grinds to a halt, all because of one single missing piece of the puzzle. And here's what's so frustrating about it, right? Zapier's integration with Notion is almost perfect. As you can see, it can do a lot. It can create pages, it can find pages, it can update all the basic stuff like text and checkboxes, but there's that one big glaring red X. It can't update relation properties. And if you use Notion, you know relations are, well, they're kind of the whole point. But what if I told you this wall has a secret passage? See, instead of trying to force our way through the main entrance that Zapier provides, we're going to find a special key that unlocks a direct path right into Notion's core. I mean, it's the natural question, isn't it? Are we just supposed to live with this forever? And the answer is a big, definitive no. We are absolutely not stuck because there's a powerful and honestly a surprisingly simple workaround. To get around that wall, we need to talk directly to Notion's kitchen, and we do that using its API. Now, don't let the acronyms scare you. This analogy is perfect. The API is just a waiter. You don't go into the kitchen yourself. You just give the waiter a very specific order, and they handle all the communication for you. So how do we talk to this waiter? Well, we use a special tool that's already built right into Zapier. It's called Code by Zapier. It basically lets us write a custom order, something that isn't on the standard menu, and have our waiter deliver it for us. But of course, before our waiter can place our order, we have to prove we're actually allowed in the restaurant. And that's where an integration token comes in. It's basically a secret password that you generate in Notion. It's what proves to Notion that your automation has permission to be talking to your workspace. Okay, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty and see how this all comes together in a simple 4-step zap. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint, and I promise it's way less intimidating than it sounds. Here's the whole game plan. Step 1 is just your trigger, whatever kicks the whole thing off. Then steps 2 and 3 are just your normal everyday Notion actions. You create one page, then you find the other page you want to link it to. Easy. And then step 4, well, that's where the magic happens. That's our special Code by Zapier step that connects the dots. And that final code step? It only needs these 4 little pieces of information, and you just grab them from the previous steps in your Zap. You need the ID of the new page, the exact name of your relation property, the ID of the page you want to link to, and finally, that secret integration token we just talked about. And this is the little piece of code that makes it all work. And please, don't get intimidated if this looks like a foreign language. You don't have to understand it at all. This is literally just a copy of his job. You know, in plain English, all this code is doing is giving a super simple instruction to the Notion API. It's our waiter walking right up to the kitchen and saying, hey, for this page, update this relation and link it to that other page. That's it. Now look, this workaround is a total game changer. But what's really exciting is that the technology has already leaped forward. The future of Notion automation is even better. We're moving beyond workarounds and into a world of truly instantaneous action. So the old way of doing things involved something called polling. That's on the left. It meant Zapier had to constantly pester Notion every few minutes, asking, anything new yet? It worked, but it was always delayed. The new way on the right is webhooks. Notion doesn't wait to be asked. The second something happens, it yells over to Zapier, hey, something just happened over here. And this whole concept is called a webhook. And I absolutely love this doorbell analogy. Polling is you nervously checking the peephole over and over again. A webhook is just the doorbell rings the moment someone arrives. It's proactive, it's efficient, and it is instant. And here is the really exciting news. Notion has totally embraced webhooks. You can now build a button right inside your Notion page that, when clicked, instantly sends a signal out to trigger an automation in Zapier or Make.com. It's incredible. And this just shows you the power. Imagine this content system. You press one button on a content idea in Notion. Instantly, a webhook fires, the automation adds it to your calendar, creates all the subtasks, and even generates a new Google Drive folder and links it back. A whole complex multi-app workflow from a single click. Or think about invoicing. You press a Send Invoice button right in Notion. A webhook tells Stripe to create the actual invoice, and then the automation comes back to Notion and updates the page with a live invoice ID and the URL. You could even have another button to void it. You never have to leave your dashboard. You know, the real takeaway here is that this shift from delayed polling to instant webhooks, it isn't just some small technical update. For businesses, for individuals, this saves hours of manual, tedious work every single week. And that just leaves us with a final thought. The tools we use every single day are getting smarter and more connected than ever before. The barriers to building these powerful time-saving automations, they're just disappearing. So really, the only question left is, what will you automate next?